All right, so we're on the hunt for rare Switch games today. I see you've got some in the case here. Folks, look at this, look at this. First game, Celeste. This is literally one of my top 5 Switch games of all time. The music's amazing, the gameplay, the movement is super crispy. This is high on my list. We have no money right now, but we may have to come back for that. We've got a Sealed Zombie Nation with some materials there. Ender Lilies, these are all, you can see like some higher dollar titles. Duck Game, Rising Hell, Sphinx, and look at this, folks, River City Girls Sealed. This is a $160 game, a little bit out of my budget right now, and I'm mostly looking for stuff that's open, so I don't feel bad about like opening and playing it. Folks, I'm here at the Torg Gaming Expo right now, looking for Switch stuff for the collection. A lot of you guys know I recently sold off the collection in order to renovate the game basement. I previously had over 100 games in the Switch collection. Right now, I'm on a mission to double that. I want to get a collection of 250 games, but the hard thing is, I don't want to spend any money out of pocket. Taking a look at this sealed game here, because oftentimes these will do well for me on Amazon. We'll have a little bit of flip margin. Okay, looks like on this one, $2 after fees, we'd be paying $12. So this one won't be, this one isn't going to help our budget out at all today. So folks, the reason that I'm looking at this non-Switch stuff right now is the way I'm building up a budget and spending no money out of pocket is only using profit that I find on other stuff to flip as my Switch budget. And looks like this game could be a great example. Looks like we'll be able to get around $60 after fees for it on Amazon. It's priced at $45. All right, Foster, you know I have to ask, you have any wiggle room on this guy? I know it's early.
$5 off?
That'd be awesome, dude. I appreciate that. So 40 bucks. Into an expected 60 on this guy. Gives us a $20 Switch budget right out the gate. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Do you have much wiggle room on that price?
I'll do 20.
20? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do 20. I appreciate it. Thank you. So yeah, it looks like on Amazon we're looking at 12 after fees on that one, so that's not the worst margin. Definitely looking to build that Switch budget as much as I possibly can today, so I'm pushing my margins a little bit. So folks, we're looking at a solid $4 profit a piece on these guys. Not the greatest margin, especially given I paid like 20 or 18 or something for this one, but that does put us at an overall budget of 28, so we're slowly but surely getting that Switch game budget up there. Holy cow, folks, look at this. Look at what we just found. Shantae and the Pirate's Curse. This is like an all-time great limited run Switch game. Is this one sealed too? Yep. Dang, that's like a grail game for me. I don't think I'll have the money to buy it today, but that's really cool to see. So folks, what I'm looking at right now is GameCube controller, because I noticed these are at 25. I feel like they normally go for around 30 after fees, so if we could get them for 20 a piece, that could be an extra, 20 bucks in the budget. Shoot, 21 after fees is what we're looking at, and a nice pixelated listing photo too, but look at what else they have over here. Big old Switch section. A good amount of it is sealed, so I'm not as interested in that. Let's see, Crystallis is a cool one. Harvest Moon Mad Dash. Sealed GBA, you don't see that too much. That's actually really cool. But I don't think that any of this will probably be for me today. Oh, this big box Pokemon Moon is pretty sweet. I don't see that a whole lot. Okay, these ones are actually unsealed. So we've got, what, a $28 budget at this point? So theoretically, we definitely could buy Cooking Mama at only 23. Burnout, Tiny Barbarian, that is one that I used to have in the old collection, bringing me back. Saturday Morning RPG is another one. This is limited run that I used to have. So folks, I don't think we're gonna have any issues at this convention finding just a plethora of games that we don't have in the collection yet. The problem may be more, I think I need to start looking for some loose GBA games. That's gonna be my next mission, because those, especially like the common sort of main series Mario and stuff, tend to do really well for me on Amazon. So let's go try to build our budget that way. Fire Emblem, 65. Final Fantasy I know I've done okay with before. That one I think I may be interested in. All right, so we got $25 price on that. Okay, 27 after fees. You wouldn't be able to do 20 on this guy, would you? Awesome, thank you so much, I appreciate that. I like this. Straight from half-price books onto the booth. That's the hustle right there, folks. That's what you gotta do. I like money. Uh-oh, Spanky, it's your favorite, SSX Tricky.
Sexy Tricky.
I actually am curious what that's going for right now. Yeah, it looks like there's not much margin on that one either.
You should get it.
Just get it anyway, for the memories. Okay, so we're looking at, it's priced at 65, we're looking at 70 after fees. Do you think you have this at 65, would you go 55?
Yep.
Okay, sweet. You're making it easy on me.
I'll work with you.
So 55 plus 20 puts us at 75. I appreciate it.
You got it all day, man.
So folks, a $7 and a $15 profit on these games puts us at a total of a $50 Switch game budget for the day, which is at least one really solid Switch game, maybe two middle ones, or 1/3 of Celeste if we decide to go that way, which honestly, I'm leaning more towards the rare games today. They're harder to find at just your standard pawn shops and video game stores, so we may go for like a single or maybe two high dollar grails. I was just wondering, do you know if the save battery is good on this?
I don't.
Okay. I'll
It
probably
was 3 years ago.
Okay, gotcha. For these three, do y'all have any wiggle room if I got all three?
Not this early in the day. They're
Sure.
all priced underpriced at the start.
Okay. Well, I think I'll go ahead and do these anyway, and I'll probably be back a little bit later as well.
That's fine.
Thank you. So folks, what I said about GBA games goes for original Game Boy games as well. We picked up 2 copies of Tetris, which I know I can get 15 bucks a piece for after fees. I sell these all the time. And also a really nice Super Mario Land, which I can get, I think, around 22 to 25 for, which puts us at a total budget of $73. So we're slowly inching up to that Celeste. I'm stoked about it. So folks, one thing that I always look for at these conventions is the less organized the booth, the more likely you're gonna be to get a good deal. And this one looks kind of like a yard sale, so I'm really feeling it. So we got a good number of Game Boy stuff in here, it looks like, which is good to see. Ooh, I can't remember the price of that off the top of my head. These prices, for the most part, are seeming fairly close to market. That's one that I wanna look up. Got a lot of game gear in here, which really doesn't sell well on Amazon at all. Ooh, we got a expansion pack. Ooh, a pink Kirby game, nice. It's not one that I see very much, but does hold a really good amount of value, as you can see. You guys know, if you've watched for a while, that I love buying handhelds. They do super well on Amazon. Well, it seems like it's in good working shape. Let me see if, okay, yeah, I do hear the volume on that. You had $245. What do you think you could do if I were to just buy it now?
Cash or credit?
I could do cash.
You can do 230 cash.
230. All right, I think I'd do that. I appreciate that. Thank you. Are these guys all priced as well? Interesting. It's kind of a fun replacement art. I'll tell you what, to make it an even 250, would you do 20 on this bad boy?
You're doing cash, yes.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, I'll do that. Thank you. So folks, not exactly yard sale prices at that booth, but you can't really expect anything else. Got a solid deal on this for $20. Should be able to get at least 30 for it in this condition on Amazon, putting us at $83, but this is the find of the convention so far. This is a very valuable little boy right here. Paid $230 with no charger. I've got plenty of chargers at home, so that's no big deal. It is tested and working, and this Pikachu Edition 2DS, check this out, $361 on Amazon all day long, and this will sell fast too.
And that's how I became rich.
So folks, that's literally a $100+ flip on this one item. I am stoked right now. Let's go find some Switch games. So folks, I'm here with a viewer named Kyle, right?
Yep.
Kyle right now, he's got this Final Fantasy 1 and 2 Dawn of Souls complete in box, or no inserts, but got the manual and everything. So I'm looking up to see what kind of prices it normally goes for online. There's one listed for $70. You always want to filter when you're looking up value by sold listings on eBay if you're trying to determine a game's value. So right now, sold for 50, 50, 62, so really consistent solds in complete condition. So I would probably be able to be at like, I could do like 30,
Okay.
if that's of interest to
Yeah.
you. If you want to get other offers, you're welcome to.
No, I'm good with that.
30 works for
Yeah.
you? Awesome, well I appreciate that. So folks, an extra $15 in the budget puts us at a whopping $209 right now. Like, it's blowing my mind that we could actually go back and buy that Celeste right now. I kind of want to scope out the rest of the convention and see if there happens to be anything else that catches my eye even more. All right, folks, we have found another little Switch selection here. There's plenty to go through. Mario Party's a great one. Hyrule Warriors is a ton of fun. I haven't played Skyward Sword. You guys should let me know if I need to. Shin Megami. Ooh, Unravel. I actually had the international version of this before. I didn't know that they made it here in the US. This one, like, technically is sealed, but like not really. Dude, underrated game. Puyo Puyo Tetris is so much fun. Descenders, this one's sealed. All-Star Brawl. Is this one free at this point on the eShop? I can't remember. Hotel Transylvania, Owl Boy. So, oh my gosh, folks. This, I am so conflicted right now. I like,
Weenie.
seriously, this is literally my favorite Switch game of all time. You guys know, in episodes 1 through 3, we weren't able to find this. I really want it, but it's so common, you know? Like, I'm trying to get mostly like rarer or like limited run kind of stuff today. I'm probably gonna pass on this for now, even though it hurts my soul. Honestly, this Unravel game for $35 seems like a really good deal. It's not one that I find very much. Is there any other? Okay, this is also a limited run game. Slime San, Super Slime Edition. Okay, very interesting. This is not one that I've ever like seen or even heard of before. So this is kind of a wild card. I might have to keep my mind on that one going forward. Let's see what the value is. Okay, not coming up on Amazon. I'm telling you, this is not a super common game. On eBay, okay, brand new for 20 plus shipping, 22. So for 35, I'll honestly probably pass on that for now. But honestly, because we're doing that, like, I kind of want to take a risk on this Slime Sam. Like, I love getting random limited run stuff. This looks like maybe a dungeon kind of a puzzle slash platform game, honestly. Okay, 3 different adventures. Slime your way out of a giant worm is the premise of this. I can't not buy this now. Do you guys have any wiggle room on that, do you know? 35 sounds good, thank you. All right, so these 3DSs are looking very interesting. They seem to be in good condition, and they're at 90 a piece. I know I can get at least 120 on Amazon, and they might work a bulk deal for me. Oh, that's a cool color of this that you don't see too much. If I get these 3, what do you think? 80 a piece? Honestly, 80 a piece is fair. Do they have chargers? Okay. What about this guy? I was on the fence about this. Okay, yeah, let's run that. Is this, I can't quite make this out. Are these 160?
They're
140. They're also 140? All right, so what would your numbers be on these guys? Looks like they're both working good.
It's the same price. I gotta go.
Okay, so it'd be 300 and then 240. So we'd be at 540. Alrighty, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Holy cow, folks. That was the handheld haul of a lifetime. I cannot wait to break this down for you guys and look up the values. All right, folks, literally on our way to a table. To recap, I passed this little bin right here that's full of handhelds. I don't know if anything's priced, but it's got Game Boy games in here. It's got like main series stuff that does really well for me. I'm honestly getting really excited because I don't know if this means that like everything's gonna get looked up on eBay. I don't know if it like he has the prices in his mind, but we'll have to see. I wanna get a really solid, like both of these, love to buy. I wanna get a really solid handful and see like these kinds of bulk deals can theoretically be really good. Or, you never know, it can be really bad. We'll see. Final Fantasy Adventure, I can't remember what this goes for, but we'll put that on there. Game Boy Pocket, this one doesn't, this one is really nice. Berry, I should be able to, I could get like 60 or so for that. I don't, again, know what the price is going to be. Action Replay DSi is interesting. Ooh, wow. This is a really valuable one, just like sitting in the bottom right here. Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon. This is one that I've bought a couple times, but it definitely speaks volumes to a vendor. If you can go to them with a big stack of stuff, they'll be more likely to give you a discount because they're not going to want to lose that sale. Cobalt SP, love to see that. Let's see if it turns on. Very nice. All right, let's go see what he says. I don't think most of it had price stickers, so I was curious what.
We didn't have time to process.
Oh, okay, sure. Well, yeah, just let me know and I'll let you know. I like that shirt, by the way. That's sick.
Yeah, I've had it forever.
Yeah. So I can do this at 40.
I would say another 50 for that. So 250 total.
250. I think that's pretty fair. Folks, those 2 purchases literally set us up for the rest of the entire day. After buying this game, we were at $174 Switch budget. This first purchase, I'm gonna make around $40 a piece after fees after selling each of these units. And then the second purchase on everything, it's a little bit murky because a couple of these games like this Final Fantasy I haven't sold in a long time, this Fire Emblem I can't remember selling in a while, but we're gonna make a very conservative $90 profit on this, leaving us with a total Switch budget, folks, of $504 for the rest of the day. Like we're done with the flipping portion. Like we've got enough of a budget to buy multiple rare Switch games, and I could not be more ecstatic. I have my eye on the Shantae. What do you think you could work for me?
I mean, at this stage, I'd probably go 350. I don't know what it's been selling for.
350?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I'll take a look and make sure that's the right range. Yeah, 389. We're looking only at sealed copies here. 315, 350 pre-owned. So yeah, I think I think 350 is a solid price. I'm good with the 350.
Good?
Yeah, it's.
I'll let you grab it.
Thank you. Wow, I appreciate that.
You mind sliding that Samurai Showdown down?
Oh yeah.
So it looks a little
Honestly,
bit-
can I take a look at this?
Yeah.
So
It's got
is this?
It's got the sticker inserts.
Do you know how come that's so expensive?
Just super low print, one print run.
Okay.
Super hard to find.
Do you know if it's a good game? Looks like a fighting game.
Yeah.
That might be one that I come back for, honestly. All right, thank you so much. Now, folks, before you go crazy and say, Caleb, I thought you weren't buying any sealed games, I got to tell you, this isn't actually for me. This is for you guys. Got to say a huge thank you to Whatnot for sponsoring this video, because this is going to be a giveaway in our next live stream. The date will be right here. And not only that, but every single person that wins an auction will get to spin our brand new wheel of prizes to win anything up to a massive pile of video games. And if that's not enough, we'll also be restocking our Pokemon reseller plushes, and everyone who signs up for the first time gets a free 10 bucks to spend on whatever they want. It's gonna be a blast. The date's right down here. Thanks a bunch to Whatnot for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back to hunting. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? I'm literally like 50 yards away. Look at this over here. Look at those beautiful stacks of Switch games, folks. That is exactly what we are looking for right now. Ooh, Ukulele is one that I'd love to have again. Okay, this one is sealed though. Yomawari, interesting. Xenoblade. Wonder Boy the Dragon's Trap. This one, look at the art style on this. I absolutely love that. Looks like a 2D side-scrolling, maybe beat 'em up. This one's 60, but honestly, like, this is one that I could get really excited about. In my mind, this entire time is on that Celeste. I'm not wanting to spend past 150 so that we can go back and get that, unless we find one for a better deal. All right, so this one is going right over here. Ooh, Flame in the Flood. Oh, dang, folks, look at this, look at this. This is a super rare game, so this is basically like Europe's equivalent of limited run. Oh my gosh, look at this. It's number 2. This is literally the second Switch game they released. Holy cow, there's no price on it, which might be a bad sign though. Also, just a little casual Kuon right there. $900, almost $1,000 PS2 game. No big deal. Oh, look at this. It's another Shantae game. Shantae and the Seven Sirens. This one, much less rare, only 85 bucks. I think the one that we got earlier was the first one that Limited Run made, if I'm not mistaken. So it looks like this one normally goes for like 50 when it's not sealed, 60 sealed. So we'll see if we can get them down a little bit, but it is complete with everything, so I do love to see that. Okay, yeah, pre-owned sold most recently for 75. That makes sense. Do we have all of the, yeah, we got all the promo materials in here and everything, so honestly, not a bad price on this, and this is the kind of thing, like, number 2, I'm just not gonna find this at my local game store, so I'd be pretty confident in this one. If I got both of these, would you do 15 off for the pair? Holy cow. Look at the it's holographic. Okay, sweet. 120. That is just perfect. Thank you, sir. So folks, $120 spent on these 2 killer games. I feel so good about it. This one apparently has both a retro mode and a standard modern mode. And then this one is a wilderness survival game, which I'm super excited to try out. Again, super rare number 2, absolutely killer finds for Switch games 2 and 3 of the day. Literally the very next booth. Look at this. We've got a European, I've never seen this before, Saga Scarlet Grace Ambitions for 50. This one is sealed. It's got some sort of a manual on that. That looks really cool. That reminds me a little of like Death Note. Here we've got 2 premium edition games. These I very rarely see. Another really small publisher. We've got Demon's Tier and Super Blood Hockey. These are 2 that I used to own and I would freaking love to own again. I need to find a booth that has a few of these, but that are not in sealed condition. All right, folks, we've got a little Switch shoebox down here with Bakugan. We've got a little stack right here. These ones are all open, but it does seem like they're all more like common stuff. Yeah, like Lego stuff, Fire Emblem, Monster Hunters. A lot of these I definitely do want in the collection. This one's actually pretty interesting. The Shmup Collection by Astroport. I don't think this was ever like really on big box store shelves, but man, I don't know how firm I want to stick to my like no sealed stuff rule. Like if this is around the price of like an open copy, like I would just buy it and open it. Like, oh, look at that, they're numbered. 2132 of 5,000. That's actually super cool. I'm curious what this normally goes for, because 45 seems kind of cheap. No, see, you can get these on Amazon for like 33 in used condition, so I'm just kind of like, I'd rather just hold off and maybe find it used, unless maybe he negotiated. I guess I'll see. I had a question on this guy. Do you have any wiggle room on that?
I can take it down to like 38.
38? All right, I think you convinced me. So folks, my instincts were overcome in the case of this shmup collection. I just feel like, I mean, there are only 5,000 of these out there, you know, so I was willing to pay a little bit over market, although under market for sealed price, kind of met in the middle, and I'm honestly really happy about this purchase. Folks, we got another little honey hole of Switch games here. All right, this one, Shing, is sealed. Jay and Silent Bob. I love to see this limited run stuff. Like, I've literally never had this game before. Valis, Castlevania Anniversary Collection. How did I not know that this was on Switch? I'm like a fake Switch fan. Dude, look at that thing. I'm so curious what he wants for this. How much were you asking on the blanket?
This was from a giant stand in a GameStop store.
Whoa. It's weird that it's like fabric.
Yeah, I have 175.
You have 175? Well, hey, I'll keep it in mind. I might come back a little bit later. My gosh. Are you serious? Am I 6 years old? This is making me giddy inside. That Crash hat there, I do that for 10.
Okay.
I appreciate that. Look at this. We've got multiple Switch limited run collector's editions. This is crazy. Another, look at that, right here, another Shantae's Pirate's Curse. That's crazy. And then we've got Risky Revenge, 7 Sirens, regular Shantae. Got some Zelda Joy-Cons. Wow, this is crazy. Wayfarer's edition of Octopath. A couple more right up here. Only 60 for that one. That seems like a decent deal. All right, so folks, we're looking for anything. Oh, okay, here's one. Disaster Report 4. I do not recognize that. It's not limited run. I don't really know the story on it. Looks like the world you know is gone. So some sort of like a survival game. Pretty interesting. Most of the stuff I'm seeing here is sealed. Oh, this one's not. Gunvolt Striker Pack. I love these collection games too. Not one that I see super commonly. And they've got, as you guys can see, just a ton of selection here on this table. Disgaea 4 Complete. Oddworld, another collection game on the Switch. This one's just 25, and this one's open as well. Man, we've got a bunch of good options here. Is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon? What do you think, Spanky? Is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon?
It doesn't seem right.
Ooh, Panzer Dragoon. It's got the card and the mini manual in there. This might be limited run number 67. I'm gonna keep this in mind. I honestly, right now, I can't get Celeste off of my brain, so why don't we go back to that booth and just check to make sure they still have it and probably pull the trigger. Do you, what is like the rarest Switch game you have? Oh, I was gonna miss that one completely.
Yeah.
Sisters Royale for 120, okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any like semi-rare stuff that is like open? Ooh, Blaster Master 03, that's one I know Editor Riff is a fan of.
Yes, this is true. Blaster Master Zero is really good.
All right, folks, this is the moment of truth, heading back to the Celeste booth. Are they gonna, if they don't have it, I'm honestly gonna be crushed. I'm scared to look. There it is. Oh man, it's all in all of its unsealed glory. Oh man, folks, I am so excited to get this game. I was looking at probably getting Celeste. I have to confess, I didn't do any price research on this. I definitely should do that before I actually pull the trigger. But yeah, it's got the manual and everything. I love the inner art on this. Do you know if you had any wiggle room on 150?
Yeah, I can do it.
What do you think?
How about you shoot me the offer?
I shoot you the offer, shoot. I don't like giving the first number, folks. How's 140?
Done.
All right, thank you. I'm seriously, this is probably the game that I'm most excited about today, so I really appreciate it. So the other one that I actually, before we leave this booth, was curious about, have you played Duck Game?
I have not.
Okay, is this one open? Do you mind if I grab it?
It is open.
Because I'm very curious. I mean, how can you not be curious about this cool retro duck on the cover? Look at that! Ruthless. This is like the Rambo duck. So a very different game style apparently on the back than what would be suggested by the front. This is like almost retro in the same way that NES games looked way better on the cover than on the actual gameplay. Folks, it's gonna be a tough call between this one and Panzer Dragoon at the other booth. They're both limited run. This one's 46. You guys will have to let me know in the comments which one you think I should get. It's gonna be a tough call. I'm gonna do a little bit more exploring before I make the final judgment, but thank you, I appreciate that. We've got one, okay, we've actually got two. These are both special editions. Piofior, and then a deluxe edition Makai Kingdom and ZHP. I've never heard of either one of those. I do love these Prinny Presents games, but unfortunately both of these are sealed. I'm not like, I've never played these, I've never really heard of them. They're not tickling my fancy. Speaking of that, tickle the subscribe button if you don't mind, folks.
Someone please call the cops. People that say stuff like that have dead bodies in a basement.
I'm looking for Switch games today. I see, are these the Switch games you have, the only ones?
Yeah, the ones that I've
Okay, so we got Nickelodeon Kart Racers. That seems like a pretty decent deal on that. Danganronpa. I'm gonna get roasted for just destroying these titles in this video. I feel so bad.
You are easier to roast than marshmallows at a summer bonfire.
All right, I'm looking for Switch games today. You have at least some solid ones here. Okay, this one is sealed. Folks, another super rare game. This is crazy, number 58. It gives you an idea of like, the fact that we got number 2 earlier today is kind of wild. Hey, do you have any open Switch games? Do you know? Raging Justice from Strictly Limited. Okay. Is this one good? What's the price? Oh, it looks like, is it case only?
Yeah, I've got the game back
Oh,
here.
okay.
But yeah, that one plays more like Double Dragon.
My Girlfriend is a Mermaid?
Yeah.
And then, okay, Rico and Pokemon Sword, a classic. This is one of the very few games that I do already have. So folks, the longer I think about it, the more I realize this duck game is just calling my name. Like, I cannot get it off my mind. We're gonna have to get back there. Where was the booth? We're gonna have to find our way back there, and hopefully this duck game has not been purchased. I just need to be more decisive. Like, trust my gut on these games, man. Folks, this is a red alert. We haven't even found that booth again. I'm at a loss for words. We've got a Pokemon plush booth in the back, right? You guys know, we've been selling some Pokemon plushes on Whatnot. I kind of like them, they're pretty cool. I've always been looking for a Poliwhirl one that's bigger than like 5 inches. Never been able to find one. I had given up hope, literally. And out of the corner of my eye, what do I spot at this booth behind me? Look at that beautiful Polyboy sitting right on that shelf just saying, Caleb, come buy me. He could literally have $100 price tag on that thing and I would not hesitate, folks. Poliwhirl in the 25 section? Yes. Awesome, I will go ahead and take that. I've been looking for a good size weenie for so long. Thank you, sir. You have a good one. This made my day. Yes! I literally have multiple neons of this guy in my basement as we speak. All right, folks, this is the moment of truth. Poliwhirl, bring me luck. All right, I'm back once more. I couldn't take my mind off of Duck Game. Duck Game, it's gonna be the one for me today. It's gonna be the finale. Do you guys have any wiggle room on that? I think you had 65. Folks, don't tell anyone, but even if they say no discount, I will still buy it. I want this game. All right, I got one final request for you. Duck Game, do you have any wiggle room on it? Okay, what works for you?
So the last one we did 10 off.
Uh-huh.
About 10 off on this. 55.
That sounds great. I appreciate it. Thank you. This will have a treasured place in my collection from here on out. So, folks, at this point, I don't even know. I feel like we've spent pretty much all of our budget, but look at this. Look at all of these super rare games. This is like the cruelest irony that I've ever experienced. This is like the craziest Switch selection I've ever seen. Okay, how much does this go for?
like $250 or more.
$250, dang. Well, West of Loathing is pretty expensive too, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a triple digit. I think it's like 110.
Wow, limited run 11. Do you remember what our budget was? And you don't have any idea how much money we have, do you?
I don't know where it's at now.
Do you know how to do math? He's shaking his head. So how much are these? Tell me that. Because I was just saying, I'm really interested in a weenie. I got one earlier today, but I think it's a side-scrolling shooter.
Okay, yeah.
And Abzu, I honestly didn't even know it was on the Switch. It looks gorgeous. Wow. Okay, so hit me with the damage on these. I'm curious. My sense is that we have some money left. I'm not sure. but I feel like we have enough left for maybe one game.
Yeah, like a 75 on that.
75.
70.
The irony is that all of you guys know exactly what my budget is right now, and I've completely forgotten it. Do you have any wiggle room on the 70? Oh, you said 75 on
Yeah,
it?
sorry.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right, well, folks, I'm pretty sure that we still have 70. If we don't, then I'll have to start next video with a negative budget. So this is high stakes for me right now. I'm not gonna know until I watch this edit. But yeah, I will go ahead and do the 70. I appreciate that, man.
No problem.
Folks, easily our most effective, successful Switch hunting day to date. If you have not watched the full playlist from beginning to end, you need to do that. Mission Switch, I'll link it right down here. Oh no, Elsie, goodbye. And I'll catch you guys on the flip.